All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the return of the biggest of all dogs to comments. Today we go with yes, I know Emma. Today we go with another day of the one Grand Tour. I have no idea which one. I'm guessing the Vuelta of PCM Italia World Tour competition. I'm waiting actually to get some footage so I can see what's up. Ah, yes, we start with a fun mountain stage actually. Should be interesting to see. We have Ben Young, Daniel Miko, Naut is good, Gabi, Ibra, uh, the always famous John Gacho, also known as Outlaws in PCM. Should be fun. Eme, I'm guessing is just the host. I don't know if he's racing or not. Why am I being pinged? Hmm. I'm trying to find PCM Italia to actually watch stream. So if you bear with me a little bit as I wait for the stage to start, I'm also looking for information on the current GC, if there is, and I'm sure there is. I'm sure Emma will direct me to it. I'm looking. See, don't see screens in Division One, which is the one we will be following. Hmm. Don't you have like a results channel, Emma, somewhere? Classifications. No results. Here we go. So, Gabi. There's no GC though. So, oh, I guess it's on the stream. There we go. So, Ibra. Oh, Gacho. Interesting. Where's Miko? Third with Benamuda. Whereas Gacho is third, fourth, fifth. So you're just host, I assume. All right. Thank you. The general classification of the tournament. Adria actually leading the general classification is quite funny. I just sold him for 35,000 in European Draft League. Says the points. The points jersey is led by Gabi. He has a 30-point advantage on Daniel Miko. Now he's good as third, but it's quite the gap, almost 100 points to the second place, 96 to be exact. And let's see if we're gonna move. I see three, four, two, three, four, five, six players. KOM is here. Okay, that would be Altis Good leading 79 points. Second placement 77 as well. Really? Wow. Ben Young third 64 and fourth 47. And then Basso, is this correct? Because I don't see Basso anywhere. Am I drunk? All right, we go for stage 15 of 21 of the GT. Wait, isn't there a Vuelta? Oh, Leo's playing for Kaiba, should be fun. Isn't there a Vuelta either? This is a tour, right? Yeah, yeah, I just realized it's the tour before even reading your message. Is there a Vuelta in the competition, or is this the last GT?
Played Volta a few weeks ago, a few months ago actually.
Oh, so the tour is the last GT. Interesting. For this, I blame Emea, naturally. All right, as we go for stage one, hello, George, by the way. Thank you for joining and for the valuable info. Now let's one day when Emea manages to load his 200,000 graphics in, we will see how the stage begins. Well, either I follow too many people on Twitch or I still can't find the channel. Let me see. Following. Live channels, lots of people, lots of people, lots of people. Lots of people. No PCM Italia. I didn't stop following PCM Italia, so why isn't it here? This is weird. Oh wait, there's more. There's a bunch of them. Ah, here it is. So, stream on one side, feed on the other. We are good to go. The British Joker, yes, I like that. The best Italian player between the ones winning nothing. I like these monikers. They are actually quite fitting. Hello, Joe. Oh, as we start, EMEA was just putting his riders behind, and now we will debut soon the Daniel Miko cam, a segment in which the cam will be focusing on Daniel Miko antics when they happen. Right now, yes, right now we have attacks, and we have Benyon going with Yates, Sobrero, and someone else that I did not see who it was. Gacho, naturally, because if Gacho doesn't attack with his leader, something is wrong in life. And it's Pogachar, which is quite fitting. No, Pogachar is from Nautis. It's still funny. Gacho attacking with his leader, hoping that no one will chase him. So the stage seems to explode right from the start with people attacking with their mountain riders. Today we have Leo Falandri playing for Gabi. I'll try to make a mental note, self-note of that. There we go, Ivra. Trying to send 3 riders to the front. And let's see if he can open a gap here. He can, and he does. And he has, I believe it is not his good other 3 riders with them, because he already has 3 on the front, which makes this a team attack, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Leo is in the front of the peloton. Let's see if he controls this break and at which pace he will do so. We are 12.3 kilometers away from the first KOM of the stage. Meanwhile, Ibra is trying to reach E1 with his riders. He's 46 seconds behind, which is not much. And I believe there was a Leo Gabi rider in there, but it was just a temporary game gap. It was Peter Sagan, wow, however you pronounce that shit. And Naughty's good is right now in the middle of nowhere because he far behind from the break. He's about to be caught. I think he's going to forfeit those additional 3 men that he was trying to place in the break, which are pretty much helpers. As we look at the EMEA cam very quickly, okay, we are back in the action with Zlatan's phone about to reach E1. Here he goes with Vendor Tuk leading the small group that now is in E1. That's a 132 gap for E2 that has Naughty's good riders that are still trying to reach E1, and there was someone else with him. I believe it is Leo. It is Leo, and is there a leader there, Amer, from Leo? There is not. So he's putting everyone in the front, preparing an attack, I assume. Let's see how long that takes. Meanwhile, in the peloton, let's see if someone takes to the chase. We have Gacho right now in the front of the peloton, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of movement because obviously he's in the break as well. All right, thank you. Thank you, Emma. Not that I was not aware of that, but thank you. So we do have some, now that Emma mentions it, we do have some top 10 riders here in E1, like Yates, Pogacar, a couple of helpers also, but those are irrelevant in the long term. In KOM, we have Hershey leading with 80 points, Pogacar second, 77, and Sobrero third with 69 points. So still a lot to be played regarding the KOM jersey at this moment. I did not see who took KOM 1. I was looking at the GC riders, see if I have some info. 15 seconds, huh? All right, I'm slowly catching up. Pogacar is the best placed rider in E1 with 15 seconds gap to the yellow jersey. $15. Oh, okay. That explains a lot because it's Naughty's good. Let's move to E1 to see that at Fort Cat KON. See if someone will actually fight for it or if they just will roll over, which is about to happen. Let's see what happens here. We have Naughty's good in the front with Almeida, Pogacar. Ben Young now, I believe, might try to go for that cat. Let's see. Two of them. There's not a big fight, but Ben Young just speed up a little bit. I think it was still Naughty's good rider that took it. I'm not sure if that was the case, but it does seem like. I believe second was Ben Young's rider. So there wasn't a fight per se. Ben Young did speed a little bit to get it, but nothing more. If you just join us, I am the British Joker, the Big Dog. I should be accompanied tonight by the best Italian player between the ones winning nothing, Francesco Grassi, but he is still not here. Let's see if he arrives. And meanwhile, we're back to E1. 13 riders. We still have Ben Young, 3 riders. Nautis has 3 or 4 riders. That's 4, I believe, yes. I think that's 4. Yes, that is. I don't know who the other player is. Trying to see. Emea Cam again. Daniel Miko. I believe there was a. These jerseys are so confusing. Oh yeah, there's a Miko rider in there. Okay. What about here? No. Here we have the race is completely breaking right now. There's several groups trying to go to the front. People trying to send riders for what I presume will be offensive movements later on. Right now, it's Eber putting some pace in the peloton, but there's still a. Anyway, if you could actually. Oh, never mind. I'm seeing 44, 49. So, minute and a half, give or take, to E3. I don't know how much for the peloton. Is that 13:12 for the peloton? It is. Okay, thank you. So, break has 13 minutes advantage. There's obviously a lot of mountain to face yet. So, let's see how long this effort can go and if they're not going to end up granting too much time. Right now, that's still not enough for Tadej Pogacar to take the yellow jersey. He would need around 2 minutes more. While Emea takes a stroll with his guys, right behind the peloton. You know, there's I see 3, maybe 4 Daniel Miko riders. I'm not sure because he's the one I can't identify if he has more riders in the front or not because I haven't been. I think he does. In another group, here we have Naughty's Goods, Gacho, because he's the only guy I haven't identified where all his riders are right now. Meanwhile, I'm contemplating the Emea cam for some reason. Thank you. As we go back to E1, where we're gonna have another KOM in 1+5 kilometers, and again, the same 2 guys, Ben Young and Naughty's Good, trying to take those points. There's not a big fight yet. I don't think there's gonna be a massive sprint over it, but let's see. There are 700 meters to go, and Ben Young is the one taking a initiative, increases pace a little bit, takes his 3 men in the front, now accelerates. Hey, he's gonna make the 1, 2, 3. There we go. Hershey's still leading with 81 points. Pogacar second, 77, and now Sobrero third with 71. Behind Daniel Miko now in the front of the peloton, putting, I would say, some pace, but the gap is increasing, so just cruising. Right now, there's not a big danger to the yellow jersey that I don't even remember who has. Iwan already getting almost 3 minutes to the second group, which was trying to reach them a while back, and then is now already at a deficit of almost 3 minutes. So 2:51, and seems to be Ben Young putting some pace in Iwan right now. Gacho, true to himself, not doing one single relay in the front of Iwan so far. That I've seen at least. 2:44 for E2 as we are 1.6 kilometers away from the top of Col Saint Georges, and it is now Naughty's Good and Ben Young doing some work at the head of E1, and Naughty's Good helpers are dropping. Not surprising, his best men are in the break, if I recall correctly, all of them. The three strongest, and here is Daniel Miko pacing ahead in the peloton. Trying to see if someone else takes the lead of the break at this point, but it seems to be only Naughty's Good and Ben Young collaborating to increase that gap for the peloton, which right now is at 15 minutes and 30 seconds, which might mean at this point that Tadej Pogacar, if not the yellow jersey, should be really, really close to it. Yes, he is. He was 14:56. He is a virtual yellow jersey. Not that we expect it to last, but we'll see how the stage goes. Yes, 9 seconds. Virtually ahead by 9 seconds right now. A bit more now, actually. 15:37 is the gap. He had 14:56 at the start of the stage. There's some love talk between Gacho and Lever going on. Naturally. Who's that rider in there? That's Carretero, okay. Wanted to see who Weber had in that group. So Ben Young already lost one rider. Now Tijugo still has his entire 4 men that he had on the break. Whether it was 4, and Gacho is just looking on, and it's now Ben Young attacking for the Col de Saint Georges, where Sobrero passes ahead of Hershey, enters place. I believe was Yates, not sure. Ben Young again taking another KOM win, which puts Sobrero closer and closer to the other two leading the KOM, which belong to Naughty's Good, which are Pogacar and Hershey. He is now 1 point behind Pogacar and 8, if I recall correctly, behind Hershey. As they go through the downhill, it is now 16 minutes and 20 seconds gap to E1 to the peloton, but it's still early days in this stage. There's still 6 more climbs to go, including the final one. That would be 2 second cats, 1 fourth cat, 1 third cat, and I believe 2 first cats, because I believe the first one is probably a first cat. Difference now starting to go a little bit down. We're back in the 15:50. We were at some point around 16.5. As we start the second cat climb that follows, called in I don't know how to spell that. Mercujo, probably. We'll see. It is Naughty's Good now at the front. Ben Young already lost one rider, as I said earlier, which is not good because there's still 95 kilometers to go, and he's already down to two men only in the break. That's not a good scenario for him. We know he's going to need more than that, especially in the circumstances of this stage. Let's see how this unfolds. It is now Naughty's good leading the E1 group. Now, uh, Gacho actually uh, getting to the front of the break. Let's see if he's actually going to contest this KOM. Or if it's Ben Young that is starting to go little more behind to save energy with his remaining two guys.
That's half the race done. There should be a lot more movement from now on in.
Gap continues to fall. We are now in 15 minutes. And let's see how goes in the peloton. Still Leo with Lawless. Was this an attack? I don't know what happened here. Because we did not see. There is a small gap, so I don't know if it was intentional or not, but Leo, who's leader right now, is on the move, and now he's going to take advantage of it. He's accelerating the Col de Mercougeot, and he's followed by Ibra, who is the one trying to close the gap. Let's see if he insists on that or if he lets him go. Because he is the yellow jersey, and he's on the move as well, trying to not let that gap open too much, not immediately closing it though, just putting pace. See if everyone follows. Right now, Latour from Gabi, in this case Leo Falandri, goes with one helper. He has 40 seconds on the peloton, so this attack was expected, as Leo had placed pretty much his entire team except one helper and the leader, of course, in the early breaks. And now he's trying to get that gap. And now it's Ben Young actually who attacks in E1, goes for another KOM, and does a 1-2 with Yates and Sobrero that actually took first place. Meanwhile, I think Gacho got lost in that because I saw some of his men behind. Here we have Ibra with four guys in the peloton doing the chase, with Adria being the one at the front. Is Adria the actual leader? Let me quickly check him. It is. So Adria right now leading the actual team in final 2.6 kilometers of that climb, presumably trying to save some men for the for what's left.
Hello, boys.
Hello, that took you a while. Welcome.
Yeah, I was studying and then I was eating, so I have
Imagine
some
studying and
busy
eating
time.
when PCM is going on. Come
Yeah, can I, yeah, bro, but it's it's now very important for me to study.
That's good to hear. I hope you are doing well. We have a race that is exploding at every turn right now as everyone is trying to get some caps and moves.
Yeah,
Pogacar and Yates continue their escapade in E1. That's just the two of them now, with one helper for Ben Young, two for Naughty's good. And in the meanwhile, as you were arriving, Theo had just attacked with his leader.
yeah, I saw Daniel Miko ahead with some riders. I didn't catch if he was with his leader.
I'm completely lost where he is right now because he's been the most quiet guy. I see
Okay,
him in the
his leader
peloton.
is there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in the peloton. He's been
In
very quiet
meantime,
this stage.
Leo has attacked.
Yeah. Leo completely running away from the bunch there. He attacked at Col de Mercougeot, if I recall correctly. We did not see the actual attack, but when we changed there, he already had a 17-second gap, and now he is increasing it. Now Tisgood finally takes a KOM, albeit a fourth cat.
Yeah, but he made Almeida passing instead of Pogacar, so he
Yeah.
lost 1 point, which
So,
is
yeah,
tactically not a good choice.
that was not the best choice tactically. I believe that were Naughty's good, yeah, guys dropped that are now being passed by EMEA. That's always fun when your men get passed by the actual streamer and host.
Yeah, he's trying to be in time cut. In the
Yeah,
meantime,
exactly.
we are starting the hardest climb of the day. No, not, but the first hard climb of the day, I'd say. Col d'Escarella.
As the Col de Scala begins, actually, Naughty's good is finally reduced to two men only. Although we must note that Benyang lost his third man way sooner, so he's probably a little bit lower on energy at this point.
Yeah, there are riders. I'm seeing that there are riders
Yeah, everywhere.
all above the road. It's
Yeah, it's a complete
incredible.
mess. I mean, everyone attacked at first at some point or another. Not all of them reached T1, but they kept going. Leo, for example, for his tactical reasons, and let's see where he can actually go with this attack.
Yeah, I think he's putting himself in a bit of danger
Yeah, it's
because
a weird
I mean,
position right now.
yeah, because I mean, he has some riders ahead, so they are fresher, I think, and they haven't worked until now. But um, I mean, since there are still so many stages left, so many mountain stages, I'd say. I
You
feel
think this might come back
also with
to haunt them?
Jandri coming, Jandri as last stage.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's quite a singular choice.
Oh, Tadej
for me.
Pogacar is going for this KOM. Let's see if he actually passes in the front this time. He does, and Ben Young is reduced to 1. This is terrible.
Yeah, yeah, I
This is-
won, and Sobrero just dropped.
Sobrero tilted, his energy is over, and here comes Parimpant, also dead by a while now. I don't really know where Gotcha's leader ended up, if he's still in the
look.
peloton or not.
Look how tight is the climber classification. You have Hirschi 86, Pogacar 83, and Sobrero 82. But
Yes,
Sobrero
but Sobrero now lost the actual break. He died, so
Yeah.
it's going to be really hard for him to stay in contention. And
Well,
meanwhile,
now,
Leo,
Leo,
Leo
yeah,
has
he
his
has
3 riders.
less than 1 minute.
Yeah, it's not particularly a good position right now. Now Tisgood has a helper, so he's probably forced to work here a bit more, do something more here, because Benyong is down to his leader. You think he's
Yeah,
going
and
to...
now this good as 2 riders, but I think he won't attack, to be honest. I think he will still keep up with Benjong and try to beat him on every KOM. I
Do
mean,
you think that the Volcaniano climb that is coming might be the point where they actually end up attacking each other? Probably Naughty's good first because he has 2 men.
well, yeah, I guess probably I guess so, because next climb will surely kill Almeida. So I think that one option for Naughty's good will be trying to attack, but when you are 1 versus 1, it's difficult to go away because obviously your opponent has only to mark tights on you. So I guess he has to point on the better bars I think he will have at the end of this. So I guess for the stage, Naut is good in this moment. If he plays good,
He's looking good, yeah.
yeah, he has a good opportunity. But it's difficult for him to attack, even if he has 1 rider, because obviously Yates needs only to follow him. So
Do you think that they could be, a little bit ice cold here and maybe cooperate to try and make sure that they do not lose the stage?
well, I think stage is between
Almost in
them
the back, yeah.
already. Yeah, because 8 minutes, it's quite a lot, and I don't see how they could lose it.
Unless they had mismanaged really big and would die too soon, it
Yeah.
seems to be. Oh, and actually,
Well,
is
to be
Yates
honest,
taking the lead?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I think Yates is going hard for KOMs. So Yates, maybe 8 minute and a half are good for him. But he will. I think he is risking to lose the stage, and he has not the certainty of winning
Oh, and
the
Almeida's done as expected.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at this point, Pogacar should, in theory, be far better in energy than Yates.
Yeah, but he's playing good now because I wouldn't attack now. It's too far from the finish.
Oh,
And I think
it's actually Yates again speeding up to try and get that.
yeah,
KOM.
he needs to do this, but now it is good. Doesn't need to accelerate on every KOM because he has 20 points
And it
of
actually
advantage.
Yates. That was too close. I think it was Yates.
Yeah, it was Yates, but as I said, I think now it is good. Doesn't need to force on every KOM because he can lose maximum
Exactly.
2 points. 2 points on every climb, as the things are.
Yeah, and there's only
So
a third cat and obviously the finish ahead. So right now, it's a good place for him to start managing and let Ben Young actually kill himself for those KLMs.
yeah. In the
And I don't
meantime,
know how Yates is in GC. I do know he's behind Pogacar, so these 8, 7, whatever minutes they can get aren't going to make a big difference.
no, I don't know.
Yeah, 20 minutes for
Pogacar
one.
is 40 minutes
Yeah,
behind.
and
So
I highly doubt that they'll end up with the 8 minutes they currently have at the end of the
attacked by
stage.
Gacho. Attacked by Gacho here.
Oh, Gacho actually going.
The advantage of Leo
This downhill will
went up to 3 minutes in like nothing. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
he's already
he just
a little
stopped.
bit
He
over 3
just
minutes.
stopped
Yeah.
behind.
And Gacho going alone at I think it was a very weird place. I don't know the exact kilometer he attacked, but he didn't have that much big of a gap when starting the descent, so which might mean that this might be a worthless effort because he only has like 1 minute.
Well, yeah, it's a bit of lost effort because there is so much road he will face alone.
And there goes Leo
Uh,
Falandri already
yeah.
passing by Sorero. I think he's 4 or 5 minutes, 5:20, I believe.
Yeah. No,
Can
I
he
think
still
it's
get
up to
there?
3 minutes, and I mean
Oh,
that's like game over probably. I mean until they were keeping him on site because for a long time they were keeping him on site, and then it was good. But now Miko and Ibra are completely losing it because they are not
they've been
cooperating.
excessively passive right now.
Yeah.
Especially Miko. I remember Ibra was still in the front for a little bit when Leo attacked, but Miko has been at least until now very passive,
Yeah,
which is unusual for him.
I mean, he has always said he's not interested in victory because he's always evaluating himself not good enough to win
He
against
never
the
believed
likes of
any
Leo,
word what
Gabi.
Miko says.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's a bad mentality because
Yeah, if I
problem
was
is you have the problem is if you don't focus on the win, it's very likely that gameplay on the room will be totally made shit by that decision because obviously if you are in a situation where you are high in GC because Miko is higher in GC, he's third. So I mean, he should have a shot at win.
I
But
think his mentality, if this is really going to be his mentality throughout the whole tour, which I still have doubts, that's not going to be helpful to him. That's not the kind of mentality one should have when riding, because that's not how you end up winning.
yeah, I agree on that. I don't know. It's a strange choice because if I were him, I will try to win at least. Because actually, if he and Ibra would have
Ben Young
cooperated, Benyon,
actually goes for another KOM, so that's another bunch of energy there. And Leo Falandri was just 4.5 minutes down with one helper. I think he's good to actually catch them if they keep going like this.
I don't know. It's 4 minutes, and 4 minutes in the final 20 kilometers are a bit hard
Yeah,
to
it is
recover.
I wouldn't say 20, but like 17, 18 kilometer climb from what I can see on the naked eye. And Leo has been doing his tempo pretty steadily, while these guys have been fighting for pointless KOM. So I wonder if they haven't squandered too much energy at this point.
For sure, they've wasted a lot of energy. But I don't know. I mean, I will be a bit surprised if 4 minutes and a half would be lost in the
It
final
would
climb.
have been unheard of, though, and I'm not going to bet against Leo. It is a big gap.
Yeah,
Though.
yeah, neither
Four
do
minutes
I
right now.
because yeah, and Miko is saying Jeju, he
Yes,
plays for
plays for the
third
third
place
place. Yes.
basically. Well, that's a strong declaration. I mean,
We'll see though, but because as you say, there's still a lot of mountain to come, and
yeah,
Jandri is the last stage, correct? As you mentioned.
yeah, it's the last mountain stage.
So
I mean,
I think
well,
Miko might be playing mind games here.
Nah, Miko is just playing because of he thinks that third place is enough for keeping the
Yes,
general
tournament GP.
classification of the
Yes, yes.
tournament,
All
I
right.
think.
Okay, that makes sense then. Sounds
So I
like
think
great.
he's playing according to that.
10 to go, 3:30. If everything goes well, the two ahead should fight for the stage. Let's see. While rapidly falling, it should be a good enough gap for them, but let's see if they did not
Now
squander
this
their
good
entire energy.
is wasting much
Yeah, I think
energy.
Ben Young definitely wasted more because he was the interested one in getting in trying to pass Pogacar, and now Leo went with his leader only. I
Yeah,
believe he
but
lost with
when they finished the sprints on KOMs, they were empty in the same moments.
yeah, that's not good for an out is good because Ben Young was the one putting more fight, so he should have been a little bit
Yeah,
more
exactly.
depleted. So inexperience from now is there showing it itself.
Yeah, a bit. Well, 2 minutes and a half, almost. He recovered
It,
2 minutes.
it's falling. It's falling. It's 8 kilometers to go. What do you
Uh,
think?
yeah, I don't think it will take them, but I mean, now the hardest part of the climb will start. It's true that the two riders ahead will start push now in the final kilometers too, but
And we're
it's the
entering the
hardest
toughest
climb.
part right now, as you said, and well, and let's see how much energy Leo managed to save compared to them. He went at his own steady, controlled, and experienced pace. So let's see, 2 minutes
Yeah.
now almost.
Well, two
But it,
minutes in 5 kilometers. I
We're
mean,
into the last 5
projections are not
I'm gonna say
for
he's
them
gonna
to be
catch them.
catched,
I'm gonna say
but
he's gonna catch them. I know it's bold, but I'm gonna say he's gonna catch them.
so you think he will catch them?
I
I'm
think
starting
if
to
they,
think it.
yeah, I think they mismanaged big time here, and they might miss the energy for final kilometer and a half of the stage where he might actually come back to haunt them.
Let's see, because for them it's 3 kilometers and a half, and
130.
now,
He's really close right now, but it's 3.8 to go.
yeah,
Leo trying to make an
it
epic
will be
comeback to
tight.
this stage. It would be an amazing way to end this stage if they actually fought for it, all of them. These three guys. Let's see.
I think now they will start to push a bit
Okay,
more.
they have to
I
give
think,
everything they have right now because if they don't,
yeah.
it's really close. But I think they should be good if they saved at least a little bit.
Well, it will be very close.
It's gonna be close.
Okay, now
And
they're
now,
pushing. Now they're pushing. So though they won't be catched, I think.
they are at the final 1.5 mark. I don't think he's gonna. It's gonna be close, but he's not gonna make it. I
Yeah, yeah.
don't think so. Unless they really die ahead of time, but it seems good for them. Let's see which one of them takes the stage. It's Pogacar now making his move, sprinting
It's
at
Pogacar
0.3 to
winning.
go, and Pogacar take. No, he doesn't.
No!
He doesn't.
No!
It's
Holy shit!
It's Yates.
Holy
Oh,
shit, it's Ben Jong!
Ben John takes the stage, and let's see. Leo was gonna close less than 1 minute, around 1 minute. That's not bad actually.
Minute and 20 seconds almost.
Yeah.
And they, behind, they stopped. They
That
are
was
not
a
pushing so much.
major steal from Ben Young there. It seemed that Naughty's Good had the stage, but it was not meant to be. As we suspected, he had wasted too much energy, and now it's Daniel Miko who's going to try and take the fourth place, and he takes it. Ibra is dead, and it's going to be him or Gacho to take the sixth. It's going to be... Emma, don't go away from the finish line right now. Thank you. It's going to be Ibra.
Ibra takes 5th place.
All right, and Almeida here dropped a long while back, so... Ben Young won the
So
stage.
low.
Second place was Naughty's. Third was Leo. Fourth is Daniel Miko. Fifth is Ibra. And last and very least, John Gacho.
That was a very hard blow to the
Yeah,
to the Tour de France GC.
let's
Latour
see
has
how this
mostly
translates.
closed it.
See how this translates into actual minutes in the current GC, in the post-stage current GC. But right now, that stage ending was quite something, don't you think? It looked like Pogacar had it, but we had talked about this, that he probably, because he died at the same time as Yates on that second to last climb, we thought that he probably had spent a bit too much.
Yeah, the fact that they ended sprints dying on the same moment wasn't good for Pogacar because
At all.
I mean,
He was the one
yeah,
needs to have more energy. I mean, he had that helper for a long time. Ben Young had sprinted far more often than him for the KOMs. How do
yeah,
you explain
exactly.
how does a mismanage like this with an actual helper happens?
To be honest, I think that Yates just spared more energies in the more less energies in the stages before. I think Pogacar has worse bars because he also did when he was
Uh,
controlled by I
oh, well, yeah,
AI.
that helps a lot.
He
Yeah,
was
that explains
controlled
a
by
lot.
AI, and he did
And
like
there we go. Simon Yates.
yeah.
Let's see. The GC is now 3:11 from Gavi, well, Leo to Ibra, and then 4 minutes to Daniel Miko. Second and third are still in fight. Think Leo's going to run away with it. As you said, Gacho is fourth with 520. Points is still Leo, and KOM is still, now it is good, but it's close.
Bagged classification for KOM.
Is this ITT or TTT?
No, this is ITT, so
Ooh,
individual.
51 kilometers. Classification, I believe it was 5 points difference between Pogacar and Yates, with someone in the middle. Not sure if it was still Sobel or not. Can you quickly check the KOM GC?
KOM is bugged. It was
Oh,
like with Pogacar not calculated on the GC.
oh, right, because there was actually the stage ending. So yeah, it probably is
Yeah.
indeed.
No, sometimes it happens. I think lobbies are just a bit more unstable than last year. When someone goes out, they
Causes
just
the issue. So
they just go.
it's a game that gets better every year.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, give me.
You can describe a PCM edition only from its bugs.
Yes, exactly. I mean, they get better and better every year. I'll be back in 1 minute. Gossi, if you can introduce us this ITT while I'm gone, I'll be right back.
Daniel Miko is still talking about he's playing for third place. Okay, so I still don't agree with the mentality, but as you wish. To be honest, I mean I think they raced a bit mad because of this stage because now the game has computed the rest day and there is now the time trial that makes people recover energy. So that's why last stage was particularly hectic, I think. Well, in the meantime, Sean isn't here, so let's just talk about the stage. You can see a flat individual time trial from Nice to Cannes, 51.1 kilometers, and three intermediates along the way. There is not much to talk about this stage. Well, you know, the length is high. Is quite something we're not used in current Grand Tours. But I think it will make some differences because of the bars. And if there is some wind can have a strong impact because obviously it's all flat. Okay, wind is not so hard. Let's see. Obviously now MAS riders are starting. They are out of a general classification because they're just control riders. So for the race. And
As I return, I see we are
yeah,
already on the road.
yeah, it started, and only MAS riders are starting on the stage.
Oh, that's lovely.
Well, as we can see, as I said, also the stage is totally flat,
Yeah,
and
that's
you know, I think wind could play a massive part, but also bars will play the major part because obviously on this much kilometers, having more bars than other riders will make so much difference.
I wonder
I
who
think
saved best. I'm gonna guess Leo, Leo Gavi ahead. Then I wonder which one of the others has done a better job at saving energy. As
I
right
mean,
now,
as situation is now, the only important thing I think will be just Ibra versus Daniel Miko for second place.
yeah, and I wouldn't take
That's the
Miko
only
out of
thing.
that fight for second place because it's really close right now.
Yeah, they're 40-second apart and 40-second on the stages that we have to
Yeah,
face
it's
in the
too much.
next future. It's quite a lot. So that's what I think.
Uh, on the other hand, as you said earlier, and I do agree, I believe Leo, uh, not only with the last stage win, but also with what we know he can do and his experience, has run away indeed with the GC unless something really strange happens.
Yeah. I mean, since basically he's the only one fighting for the victory because Ibra just didn't care about the leadership in last stage. Daniel Miko, as we said, isn't interested.
That's weird. From what
Yeah,
I know of Ibra, he's a very competitive player. I'm surprised he didn't. I don't know if it was a disagreement with Miko in the sort of if you're not going to work, I'm not going to work either. I don't know what happened
you
there.
know what? I think this kind of race, Grand Tours, are good only if lobby is more than 10 people because in 6 people, a Grand Tour is not manageable. Because so everyone start to have a different interest.
I suppose that depends of the players. I still think that for this game, 8 players is probably the you don't want to get bigger than 8 players at any race, given the context of the game and its weaknesses. Although, yeah, in a perfect world, like 10 players even would be cool.
Yeah, with 10 players to 15 players, because I would play even with 14 players. I think a Grand Tour will be very fun to play because even if some people don't show up, you have still a lot of
Still a few
players
more.
still
The
still
problem is,
fighting for that.
like you
On the
said,
other
there's
hand,
different interests, and as soon as someone stops fighting for the GC, and that's sealed so early, if it is indeed, and it looks like it becomes very predictable from there on.
yeah, and that's when with few people you have already 4 people only that were only fighting for the GC.
Realistically, yeah.
Yeah, and one of them decided not to play for the GC, and so that makes a bit of shit in the gameplay. That's what I was talking about
Yeah, I agree. I
when
mean,
I arrived.
but that's the thing. I mean, uh, that's all. That's also going to depend on the players you have, not just the number. Obviously, if you have more, better chances. But if you have, for example, good 8 players, balanced 8 players that actually care about the outcome of the race, could still be a
Yeah,
very entertaining race.
obviously it depends also on the level. But my idea is obviously in some at some point the quantity can balance the quality too, because obviously if you have many players, uh, it's in some way it's a bit difficult to have two closed races. Race
Imagine,
will be more open, I think.
imagine if this game could actually withstand. I mean, sometimes it could, but in competition, probably would be a pain to try a 16-man Grand Tour lobby.
Yeah. I mean, I think it will work. I think it will work for many reasons. Even if, for example, flat stages be quite messy, quite messy.
Yeah, that would be one
While,
of the
for example,
setbacks.
yeah,
On the other hand, that's also part getting the position for the sprint. That's also a big part of cycling.
yeah, and I mean, I think you should be very good at taking positioning, but I mean, in my opinion, and I've always told this opinion. every stage you need to be good at positioning. For then there are some stages that are more dependent on positioning, and stages where not so depending. But positioning is key. So if you don't possess this skill, well, you can't win those stages.
Just a quick update here to tell Emea that he just nicknamed me. I just realized this because I hadn't noticed when I first looked at it. He nicknamed me the British Shocker because Choker is with a K only. So there's a correction for you, Emea.
Mea is the biggest choker. Let's remember his Tour de
The
France
British
in
Joker
PCM
and the best
2020.
Italian player between the ones winning nothing. Those are our nicknames. I quite like them. They're fun.
Well, yeah.
Right now where are the actual TT riders? We have one for Leo, and it's been a close fight so far. Let's see if he can take it. Oh, he does not. I don't know if there's anyone else that has any chance at this TT other than that rider. I don't think so.
Maybe use the Bodnar to learn how to do
Is there anyone
the
else
time
with a
trial.
chance? I don't know the stats of this TV. Don't remember actually.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know
Good-
either.
Good question. Let's see. Here we have Plane about to finish as well. Miko's time trial rider, and he is 4 seconds down in the final intermediate. Let's see how he does in the finish line.
Well, I think
Ooh,
he
second.
ended on the same pace. Yeah.
Wow.
To be honest, it's quite close.
Don't think Nautis will take it. He was 14
No?
seconds down, and
No,
he's
he's
sixth.
26 seconds now. So the last.
Is there any time trials left?
No. So Benjong has
Benjong
another
takes it?
stage. Yeah, Benjong has
That's,
another stage win.
Oh, and someone did same time. I didn't even see who's that second place at same time.
Oh, Ibra.
Oh yeah,
But it was at the third
oh, it was an
intermediate.
intermediate. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
because
saying
he
that.
lost 6 seconds in the final.
So we have Ben Young, Miko, Ibra, Miko,
Leo,
Leo,
Gacho,
Leo Gacho,
and
Miko.
Nauti.
Naughty. Okay. So, not big changes for GC from this TT.
GC riders are still to
Yeah,
arrive.
they're still
to be
behind, but
honest.
I'm gonna guess, looking at the time trial list, there's not gonna be big changes because they all seem to be, well, perhaps Naughties and Gacho. I don't remember who the other one is. Might lose a few more seconds, but the first three seem
Yeah,
to know what they're
probably.
doing.
Yates, Yates is far behind, so I mean, his arrive won't be particularly interesting. He was
Uh,
losing 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
I don't know where the competition is, but a bit behind. I know there will be Pogacar and everyone else except I don't know, maybe I don't know Gacho as well. So yeah, I think Yates is the first one to, or the second leader to finish. I believe Pogacar was behind.
Yeah, just put Bev in the final
Wait,
when you
let's
have the
see.
final
Yates?
file. Just put him like 53 in 53
Wait,
and
that's
remove it
3
from
minutes for Yates. That's 3 minutes for Pogacar.
3
That's
minutes for
3 minutes for O'Connor. Jeez, are these guys timing it? 3
yeah.
minutes for Miko.
Ibra is
3 minutes for Ibra.
2:58.
And now we have Leo.
Oh,
2:59.
so Ibra the best from between GC riders,
Wow.
but
When I
they
said there
quit.
wasn't going to be any changes, I wasn't being so literal, but yeah.
Yeah, just moved 2 seconds.
1, 2 seconds is most. So that means at least we still have some kind of fight, even if theoretical, to try and catch Leo, although doubtful. At least that didn't change right now in this stage, didn't get worse.
I mean, probably they will just they should be wondering about the fact that they made Leo winning with so big margin, but
I don't know. I'm still
it
trying
seems
to
like
understand what happened there.
bars are not so different. So I mean, they did stupid move, in my opinion.
we know that Miko wasn't really giving two fucks about anything else than following Ivra. Okay. If Ivra tried to attack, we didn't really see because we were focusing a lot on Me1, where a lot of action was. But maybe he did and gave up because Miko wasn't working with him. I would like to understand what happened there. But whatever happened was a mistake, though, and it has happened. So it's a bit too late to cry over scalded milk. There's an expression like that, something like that. And now we have stage 17, Cantala.
Stage will
And
be interesting. I mean,
this stage has some ingredients to be interesting, yeah.
I will use it as an inline stage in the next World Cup. To be honest,
To see that.
I'll tell you. Like, I will use it. I will use it this stage.
I would actually like to ride this stage. Seems fun. Maybe I have it, I don't know. I have no idea. I have a terrible memory for stages, as you know. Sometimes even the known ones, I look at them. Oh, this seems familiar. Yeah, I've probably written this before, and it's like an obvious one. I have really a terrible memory for that. So we're waiting to start the 17th. How many stages today? 3 or 4?
We have this, and then we have 2060 kilometer stage.
What now? You mean 216?
No, I mean this one is 2000. Okay, 202.
Ah,
Next
okay.
one will be
216.
260.
You said 2002. I was scared there for a minute.
Yeah.
So
I
today
know.
four,
I know.
the final 3 on the last on Thursday.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
and the final day will be composed by 178 kilometer stage, so normal, 2002 kilometers, but those 2002 kilometers comprehends Col de la Madeleine, Col de la Croix de Fer, Alpe d'Huez, and
Ooh,
Col du
fun.
Gendry. And then you have the final Paris stage. But it was important to play the Barcelonette Briançon today because otherwise those 260 kilometers will be, well,
Fun to cram that all in one day.
yeah, they were fun in last year Champions League because I remember that stage made quite some mess, even if the tour was long. It was 3 stages long, so way less than the 18 stages we would have ridden until this moment on the
Oh,
stage.
Gotcha
But
already crying in chat. I just realized Gotcha is always whining that everyone chases him, but they let Gabi, in this case Leo, but I don't think even knows that, humiliate them.
so it's just
Lovely.
delusional. Delusional.
It's usual Gotcha. If you've had that experience of playing with Gotcha, I'm going to tell you how it goes in a very short way. He's going to attack either with his leader or with his entire team, and he's going to start complaining when people naturally chase him because his leader is there right from the beginning of the stage, and then he cries because people are chasing him.
Yeah, basically, he wouldn't cry about nothing, just if people leaves him to win.
Anything that goes wrong for him, he just cries.
Yeah,
Especially when it doesn't make sense. Going into predictions mode, what do you think can happen in this stage?
I think someone will surely try to attack on the climbs because I think it's quite a good opportunity to try at least to put in difficulty the leader. So I hope more. I hope more than I think.
But there's a lot of flat ahead after those climbs, so it would be essential to try and save someone with you, with your leader, to try and maintain any advantage that you could keep in an attack.
You can be alone on attacking for sure.
What? Sorry, didn't hear.
I think you have not to be alone attacking.
Yeah, yeah.
But for example, if some one of the riders of the players still fighting for GC will join the likely attack by Nautis Good and Benjong. Well, if one of them joins them, I mean, I think like you have Ibra, Miko, and Gacho who are still almost fighting for GC, even if there is not a true fight. And then you have Nautis Good and Benjong. I think Nautis Good and Benjong are going to attack. And if some one of the four players
Joins them,
still
yeah.
yeah, exactly, it will still it will still be possible to see
It
some
could
good
be an
racing.
important move because right now to try and change this race, we would need almost a everyone versus Leo mentality
Yeah.
at a couple of stages.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone should aim to attack, but I don't. I mean,
We know how
if you
this
already
works though.
think
Some
that
riders will
Miko,
start saying they're like 20 minutes down already that they don't care. So,
yeah, they,
which is understandable for some actually.
yeah, it is. But I mean, if you don't try to win and
Yeah,
you
you're not
think,
gonna get
no,
it.
I have 3 seconds, can do nothing, that makes you for losing for sure.
Yeah, that's a losing mentality. I believe second to fourth have all the reasons to attack. The other two, while I can understand, those are the guaranteed ones to attack because they're going to want to fight for KOMs and even stages.
Yeah, I can understand more from Nauti and from
Yeah, but those
Benjong,
will be the ones
those
attacking more
behavior.
for the obvious reasons, though. So if people want to join them, that will be an opportunity, as you said, and well,
Yeah, let's see, because obviously Nautis Good is already attacking, and
and there we go.
Benjong has already joined the first positions.
So, lost opportunity to debut the Miko Cam because Miko hasn't been doing Miko things, so it's a sad day.
Yeah, and that's also last opportunity for a green jersey for Miko to try to reopen race because Leo has the points classification too. He's 30 points behind, so if he wants to reopen the fights, he needs to win this stage.
Let's see, it's again Hershey
Miko
going
needs to
for
win
the
this
break.
stage.
Well,
I mean, you know
let's
what?
see if he actually invests in that, though.
You know what? I think that he may be interested in that, and I think that could play a role if someone attacks on the climb that starts
He has
now.
like 8 riders to use. Shouldn't this be heaven for him?
Well, I've seen Miko relaying even with 5 riders,
Exactly. And there goes
so I
Ibra
guess.
actually. This time trying to time his attack better. He missed the last E1 on the last stage because he attacked a bit too late and could never catch to them except with one rider. Gacho going as well with Palampantre. So
He's
that's an
attacking
early
with his
attack.
leader,
Yeah, that's usual Gacho. With his entire
and
team actually.
now he's good, he's closing
Or
it.
almost.
Attacking the group at the front.
There you go. Ben Young moving 4 men to the front. He's gonna try and follow Nautis again. Let's see if he can.
Well, surely they're going at strong pace at the
Leo
moment.
at the place he and some of us love to be, which is the back of the peloton at the
Well,
beginning
not
of these
his
climbs.
leader. His leader is ahead still. He's trying to follow moves.
I'd be a bit more safeguarded with him, but because that's usually a place I like to be too. Not always, not as much as Leo. I don't have like the patience to endure that much because that's like a very thin line. But let's see what happens here. It's Gacho again going for it, and Ibra I think trying to uh, get there as well. It's already Ben Young and Naughty's good at the front. Naughty's good. No, it's Miko actually sending 2 riders. Miko is alive and a few more now. No, I don't know what he's doing.
Attacking.
Is that
I
a
don't know if he's
natural attack?
attacking or if he's relaying.
Ah, the fuck if I know.
I think he's playing for third place. If he's
Okay.
playing for third place,
Well, he
he's
has to follow
relaying.
Gacho, yeah. We have the debut of the Miko Cam. Finally, we see Daniel Miko moving in this tour. Ladies and gentlemen, Miko Cam right now. Let's see what he does.
He's moving just to keep his third place.
I believe he will just relay, albeit in a very unorderly way, very messy way. Now he seems
Honest,
to have placed his
yeah.
rider working. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Adam Yates, or Simon Yates, I believe, Simon Yates is already where he needs to be for the KOMs, while Hershey is the one from Naughty's Good. I don't think Pogacar is there. He is not.
No, Pogacar is not there, and that was a wise choice because Yates can do what maximum 5, 2, 1, 1.
Oh, there goes Hershey. There goes Hershey, and he gets the first KOM. Of the
Yeah.
race.
Yeah, in the meantime, I mean, Yates could do maximum 12 points. Well, 12 points could have been quite good, but he won't do them for sure now. He can do at least 10, so other 8 points in his disponibility at the moment. I don't think he will do them, to be honest. So
The tactical side
Pogacar has still the KOM jersey.
The tactical side here also very important because we're talking about a 21 stage tour, not a 3 or 4 stage tour, where the bars of your riders, the fatigue of your riders needs to be accounted for. So the timings to attack, the moments to do so, really need to be well chosen.
Yeah, and that's because the only important thing here is the general classification. So I mean, in some way, I'm starting to understand the motivations between the motivations behind raising in value of secondary classifications in World Cup last year, because obviously if you only value
But we have
general
talked about
classification.
this. There needs to be a balance between both. I think that there's been a big argument on both sides, valuing them more, valuing them less. But at the end of the day, if they do not have enough value, yeah, we can watch situations like this.
I think you should create
There's an attack in the leading group.
the terrain
Riders are now giving it their all and sharing the
I
for
think
not
one,
only seeing a GC. I mean, only GC racing is
I
not
think
quite
one good
interesting. I think,
compromise. I think one good compromise is always at least the GC
yeah,
winner passes, and then the others would have to score in the secondaries as well.
exactly. I mean, you have to create multiple objectives.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I mean,
and I think raising a bit secondaries classification. I think it's needed. On
if
this
we do,
tournament in particular, it should be very needed because if you point 21 to 21 stage tour
yeah,
only on GC,
yeah,
that
I think
makes
a
it
21,
a bit.
a 21. I mean, if you look at a world championship or any other tournament, short term in terms of rounds, uh, then you can actually debate what value secondary jerseys can have, and if they could have a little bit less. But when you're talking about a 21 stage tour, where GC might end up being decided way too soon, and the people
Yeah.
are just gonna not really care that much about it, yeah, it could be decisive to have a lot of things to fight for.
Yeah, you need to create other objectives so
Especially
that
because real
race
life
can still
tours
be
have
good.
those multiple objectives as well.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
I said, especially because real life tours actually have those other
Exactly,
objectives as well.
exactly. So stages should be more valuable. KOM classification should be more valuable because I mean, also you have to create difficulties to the strongest players because if a player like Gabi only
Yeah, if he
focus on
finds him,
GC
yeah, if he
is
finds himself in a
basically
position like this, it's
yeah.
way easy.
Yeah, exactly. He is just unbeatable, probably, for a certain lobby.
Yeah,
But
for certain
if he
lobbies, yeah.
has to point to multiple objectives, so a KOM, intermediate sprint points classification, and now you see that it becomes at least more testing for him. So he has to focus on multiple things, and when you have to focus on multiple things, there you test
So
people's ability more. I
John
think.
Gotcho relaying, at least since I'm commenting this tour, which is today, relaying at the front of any group for the first time that I recall, because he is trying to get some advantage right now in E1.
I won't take advantage because Miko is controlling the pace. He's
Good.
controlling. He bought for third place and bought for the
And
points
there goes Mark
classification.
Hershey again, taking yet another KOM, which Yates seems to have given up as he was back in the peloton.
Yeah. Well,
Wise decision.
Yates understood that he
It
couldn't
was pointless, yeah.
take points to take Pogacar. Even if at this point I would have tried to gain the maximum points you could gain because obviously having them is more useful than not
Maybe
having.
so, but let's keep in mind, as we talked about earlier, there are more important stages to come, even for the KOM fight. I mean, these third four cats, 3, 6, 7, actually. So most of it four and third cats, while good points, wouldn't be decisive for the outcome of the jersey.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, next stage has three or category climbs.
Exactly.
So imagine how many points those stages will
That's
give.
probably a best place to focus on spending that energy.
Yes, but at this point, Yates was in contention for those KOMs.
True.
So at this point, I will just try to take them.
It seems to be a very undecided style of playing on some of the more unexperienced players that commit to something, then change their mind. Would you say that the that lack of experience is the main issue?
I think so, and but sometimes it's just when you try something and you're not sure about it, and it's something that happens to me too, quite often. I think the most important thing is going in a decisive way, because if you're not sure about what you're doing, you end up doing worse than not actually doing it. Or
I do agree. That's been something I've quite improved a lot. Committing to things, whether they work or not. If you don't try them,
yeah,
like we've been talking earlier, you definitely will not succeed.
yeah, and I think that's quite something, and it is not talked about. But
It is
being
actually
sure about what you want to do, even if you're
mentality
doing
is
wrong,
yeah yeah.
but being sure makes it makes it better.
Yeah, it definitely makes it easier for you, and that's something that people often overlook in this game. Yeah, you need the skill. Yeah, you need the management. There's a lot of factors of knowing how to play the game that you need, but you also need to be sure of yourself. You need to have a little bit of I wouldn't say arrogance, although a little bit of it, yes. And you need to be sure of your choices because indecision in this game can be very haunting for you.
Exactly. No, I agree on this topic because I think it's the whole point of it's the whole point of playing this game, because decision making is what makes
Yeah,
the
exactly.
most difference
And the
between
mentality that
players.
you need to be very sure of yourself. Sometimes, like I said, even arrogant in your decisions because whether you succeed or not, you need to commit to them because if you stop halfway, that's going to be even worse.
Yeah, yeah. That reminds me of 2021 World Cup. So Ivars won.
Hmm.
I was in second round in line. I was in an action in my final mountain stage. I was basically I won the second stage and did the second on the first. So I was basically passed because I was also in the good action. Then I stopped because I didn't feel sure about my bars, and in the end I did last and I lost so many points on KOMs, so many points on the finish,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
went out.
That,
So that's quite
there you go.
something.
You had already committed a lot of energy to that move, and if you're gonna stop halfway, yeah, that's a
Yeah,
recipe for a lot of things going wrong.
yeah, exactly. Well, in the meantime,
Mark
let's
Hershey
give.
again.
Yeah, Mark Hirschi won the KOM. He's approaching Pogacar, but he will reduce the gap to maximum 3 points because he can go maximum at 97.
Yes, one more
Gap
point
for
left.
Gasho is
141. It's
141. Yeah,
stable. Hasn't reached 2 minutes that I can recall.
yeah. I mean, he will just be relayed back
Yeah, it's
in the
definitely
final
not enough to
kilometers.
try and have any kind of ideas for the to actually gain a lasting gap in this stage.
Yeah, also, I mean, yeah, Ibra and Miko are basically doing the work for Leo.
Yeah,
So, well,
which is
the
well, it well.
situation is not ideal.
I think that's the process of decision making, also known as panic. Yes, Gacho is their immediate opponent, but put some pressure on the leader. I mean, I know it's easier for us here on the outside, but a little bit of pressure on Leo there could actually be something interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, if Miko and Ibra would have joined
That would
Gacho,
have been far better, yeah.
yeah, I mean, would have been a way better stage.
And that would have been a lot of pressure to put on Leo, especially if he had to work alone to catch three or
Yeah,
four guys that
exactly.
were up the road, which wasn't the case. So it makes everything very easy to control right now, even if something happened at this point. So we're
I
pretty
mean,
much just rolling here, waiting for the stage finish to come and an intermediate sprint. And
yeah, I mean, this makes it easier for him, even
yeah, I
for
mean,
next stages, because he will spare so much energies
you
on the
would think
helpers.
with 7 climbs before this long portion of flat, this wouldn't exactly be a sprint stage, but yet it is.
Well, yeah, it will be a sprint stage because I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
unless
but you would think that it wouldn't entirely be played as one. At least with those climbs in there, that there would be at least some attempts of doing something.
in the
But
meantime Leo
aside,
dropped.
ooh,
He dropped for a moment.
that was just a temporary cut. That would actually put some pressure on him for sure.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But neither Miko or
No one
well, he's
saw,
dropping
and
again. He's almost dropping again.
now Pogacar reaching the front. Let's see if they actually and Hershey again passing in the front of the final KOM of the day.
Yeah.
And I was seeing movement there from Pogacar. I was wondering if they were going to try and pace, but Leo is already recovering his position for what I last saw, so he should be good. And they're definitely not going to drop him now.
I mean, the stage is actually
As we look to
pretty
bottom,
boring.
to
Can I say
yes,
it's pretty boring?
yeah, but that's what I was talking about, so to speak. That with all this climbing in the middle, that it wouldn't be as boring as a normal sprint stage. And even then, they found a way to make it so by their playing.
In the tour logic, especially in the 21 tour logic, this stage is a bit sacrificed.
Yeah,
If you play this stage in inline or as a stage in a tour at an important competition with the four stages tour, I think this stage may be quite good, quite useful because the fights for KOM,
I see this
fights
as an
for
inline
keeping
stage, to be
the
honest.
riders better than the others. So basically, if you go out the series of KOMs on this stage with the better riders, you win the stage basically. But that's quite something for inline. So not not
52.
good for
Yeah, I
tour.
definitely think this is an inline stage as well, at least for a lobby like this for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in a lobby like this, I think it will be boring even this stage, even
It's
in inline situation.
yeah, it's extremely complicated because it's a very unbalanced lobby in terms of skill and even experience. So we're not just talking shit because we're talking shit, you know. I mean, obviously there's more experienced players than others. Ooh, really? Yeah, I saw one. I mean, I don't know who the other two are, but I'll see in a minute. Let me just check another ping. Yeah, I'll check that later. All right, so ML was giving me the heads up. I had seen one. Now I'm seeing the other two. Gotcha is risking 3 OTLs. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it's very far from behind.
Yeah,
So I
because
don't know.
I remember seeing ML pass one of his riders. I don't know. I didn't see at that time until I noticed the other two.
To be honest, I think time limit here will be like 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's not
Um,
gonna be that long. So
yeah, well, at the moment, Gacho is with riders at 9 plus 7 is like 16, 18 minutes already behind.
yeah, it's a bit dangerous given there's still 80 kilometers to go,
Yeah,
and the pace is only gonna get higher now.
I think so, yeah. Well,
Well, it
Noel
was,
lost his train.
but Gacho just got caught. So now Tiz has two guys, and I don't know who Gacho has left there, but only one man. So I might slow down quickly.
Yeah, yeah. Pace now will surely slow down because it's not necessary to push.
Gacho, seeing that it was a lost cause, also didn't put up a fight in these final couple of kilometers and just allowed for the peloton to absorb him. And here comes Eve replacing at the front, and the remaining fugitives will be caught right about now.
Now,
Well, they
Ibra
would be,
is
but
rider.
Ibra just continued to relay. I
Okay,
don't know who he,
breakaway seems like
I don't know who he has there, but if I was him, because this game will sometimes provide for situations like this, I would just keep going.
it was Novikov from Ibra's team. If I
I don't.
don't.
I that tells me nothing in terms of stats because I don't remember the details.
Yeah, it's the 74 flat guy.
That could be interesting, at least to something happen. I mean, for us,
And Gacho is
commentators,
going again.
Gacho again, Parampant, Cosnefroy, O'Connor, and someone else. Germans, maybe? I'm not sure.
We
I
have a
don't even.
breakaway.
I don't. I don't even.
Okay, now they're going in go. No, I was joking. 46 seconds, 71
Wait,
kilometers.
Gacho's
Looks
leader
like.
is Parampant.
No, it's O'Connor.
Ah, it's O'Connor. Yeah, but he's there. Okay. So another attempt from Gacho. 68 to go, 49 seconds. It's not looking, but at least he's trying. I'll give him that.
He's the only one trying, but he tries in bad
He's at
ways.
least giving us something to talk about in this stage.
Yeah, which is quite something.
Yeah. Um, Emma, if you could quickly check the peloton to see if it's still either relaying, it is with
Yeah,
Novikov.
it is.
Still with Novikov, as you mentioned well earlier. Yeah, the 74 flat rider, indeed. So the time trialist. That would have been, like I said, as commentators that want to see some action, that would have been fun. But other than that, yeah, Gotcha's giving us some entertainment here, and he's trying. Can't blame him for not trying.
Yeah, also now Leo is telling people, is telling precisely to Ben Jong and not is good to attack. Because the break
That's
will win
clear.
and he will
That's
keep green
clear.
jersey.
Clear mind games from Leo there. I mean, you and I
Yeah.
would easily see through that. But let's see how they will respond to this.
Well, good players look like very strong in mind games too.
Yeah, I mean, I would genuinely pull to the side of the road, quote unquote, and see how far Leo would be willing to take his bluff.
I mean, he doesn't need to do mind games
No,
in
I
his
know,
lobby.
I know. True. But it's Leo, and he will always do them.
He's just practicing probably.
But he's probably being very honest. Well, not the part of the flopping the sprint part. I don't think he's really afraid of that. That's the part where I call mind games, though. I mean, he doesn't really need to tire himself on this, but he's also trying to mind game a bit to see if they do the work because he's not going to do it. That's also
He
part of
hasn't
the mind
spent
games.
he hasn't spent a gram of energy until now.
Yeah, there you go. That's also a big secret of this game, knowing how to manage your energy.
Gacho
not
is
secret, but a big
doomed.
Yeah, that's 49 seconds. Let's see if he can make it until the intermediate sprint.
Let's see if Miko tries for the intermediate sprint. I
Let's see
don't
if
think
we have
so,
some
but
Miko cam action. Oh,
I almost split the peloton, but no, not enough.
not
There was a
enough.
small climb that
Meanwhile, we
stretched.
are looking at the Miko cam. Miko doesn't seem really bothered by the sprint, though. He's had a man reeling with Eber, but nothing more.
Yeah, he's just keeping under track.
So Miko
situation.
cam action says everything is
Well,
fine
now
right
he's pushing. Now he's pushing.
Interesting. I mean, now would actually be a good time to push harder because 6 to go. It's quite easy to miss out if you go too late. And Naughty's good was also getting to the front. Oh,
Yeah, Leo just dropped these
Leo
mountain
just dropped.
riders.
Yeah, Leo just dropped 3 riders there.
Yeah, he
and,
doesn't need them.
And here goes Gacho. I don't think he's gonna make it. Let's see. If we
Oh,
could
he's
see-
relaying with Parepant. Pare Pentre, which is very slow on flat, and now this
And
good
now
is
Naughty's Good is about to, or trying to catch him. Let's see if, I don't even think Gacho has a sprinter there, so, excuse me.
Miko
There it goes.
just took Naughty's good wheel. Well,
And there
now
we go.
Naughty attacked for
Oh,
the
there's a
KO. Eh?
massive block there. I didn't see if it was on purpose or not. And there goes Pascal Ackerman, and easy win for him.
Yeah, and
And
Peron ahead of Bonifacio.
Miko Cam shows Peron ahead of Bonifacio, so Miko actually ended up trying to go there and get some points.
So now the margin is dropped to 28 points.
There's still a fight for this green jersey.
Yeah, because if Miko wins this stage, he goes.
Gacho going Widow. Oh damn, that's just silly at this point.
Ah, yeah, that's suicide now. That's
Ibra
that's just
immediately following.
playing like stupid.
Yeah, but that's what Gacho does. That's what we were talking about earlier. That's
Yeah.
that's just wasting energy there. If he loses time here, as he's risking, he can't actually complain. Miko also dropping some helpers, nothing important it seems. So
Yeah, he does all of this just to feel like a victim.
yes. So Leo did drop some mountain helpers there, among them the 78, but no one that he really needs for his race right now in this stage. So Miko as well dropping some helpers. We have 35 riders here. Gacho getting 1 minute. That will be killed as soon as the peloton feels like it, which is it's holding steady actually. Let's see. I think Miko's gonna kill it. Miko Cam showing someone from Miko going to the front. Although that jersey is annoyingly similar to Naughty's Good, but it is Miko in the front
Yeah.
now.
Miko decided to put Nova Nordisk Vuelta mountain jersey. Yeah, it was a strange choice, but
Can we ban Miko for this decision?
nah. I mean,
Alright, so-
there are also some fake news going because there are people trying to make him banned, but
I mean, there's always
too much
always-
drama.
I trust that there are always people trying to make him banned in this world, so that doesn't shock me.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, but
Yeah, at all.
I
But
think we
I'm
should
not
just
one of
stop.
them. I'm not one of them, so
Oh, I don't know.
here we
No,
have
no,
ban
you're
O'Connor.
just not one of them.
No, I just like to meme it because it's fun. Now Ben O'Connor 120. It's steady. It's 15 now. But
He will be lucky if he doesn't drop more times.
yeah, I was gonna
this
say that
time.
he's really risking losing time in this stage, and now they're actually starting to reel him in. And Leo is yet to spend 1 ounce of energy on this stage. Amazing. Oh, Nautis needs to pay attention, and he did. He is in. 17 to go.
Long.
We're waiting to see who's actually gonna win the legit sprint, not the Gacho make
He's
believe
playing
sprint.
behind, I think, on Gachos Riders.
We are waiting to see the legit sprint, not the Gacho make believe one. But GG to
Okay,
Gacho.
Mea is talking with him, Leo's Riders,
Okay.
avoiding, making them basically have a free ride.
That happens more than you guys think because we're paying attention as streamers to the race. We still want to keep our riders on time limit, and sometimes we don't even know this. We catch up to other riders.
I mean, I don't know why Mea just didn't drop them behind,
Who knows?
further behind.
It's a meh.
Yeah.
I hope you
Because
enjoyed the
now,
view. And, we're
because
trying
now
to see
we
a
can
race.
be joined. Now we can be joined by Leo's Riders.
Yeah, that's just
Well,
funny.
10 kilometers from the finish.
And we're still having the America time, and we're actually on
Yeah,
the see the
stop Mea.
Okay, Gacho about to be reeled in. He's reeled in, and now we have was that Godly on the right side? It is. Well, Leo in this case, yeah. Ibra on the left. No, Ibra on the center. Miko on the left. Ben Young is coming from the right side. 7 to go. Trains are forming. Naughty's Good also taking the center now. it's a bit crowded here right now. They need to sort it out a little bit for position if they want to be on that sprint. Ben Young taking the lead, 4-man, 5-man train, I believe.
Yeah.
Ibra a little lost there.
BS3, Leo S3, Benjongas 5.
Three
Ibra-
riders is more than what you need for the stage ending, and that's a good trade from Ibra there. Let's see if he can keep it. Leo also with 3. There's now 5 from Ben Young in the middle. I see Gacho 3. Now he's good is a little bit falling apart there. 2.7 to go. We have Ibra left. We
Who
have
is placed bad.
oh, he's very well placed, and Ben Young launches in a messy way. Let's see now. It's Leo with Bonifacio. He's gonna launch. Ibra on the left side. Miko comes from the right side. Let's see. It's gonna be Leo
Bonifacio.
easy. No,
Ooh,
no,
ooh,
no.
Holy
yeah,
shit!
but that was
What
so
a sprint!
close.
Ooh!
Oh, that was
Ackerman
close.
almost made it!
That
Holy
was
shit, almost
close.
made it!
Ackerman almost stealing it from Bonifacio, and then comes Richeze that actually launched him. Carretero was 4th. Sobrero was 5th.
It was climbing,
So,
it was
Ben
bit
Young-
tough, you know.
Ben Young 5th, Ivra 6th, no, Ivra 4th, Miko 6th, I think, and that's Naughty's in 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah.
Wow, that was quite the sprint. Gracias, Gacho. Sorry,
Oh, gosh, Leo stage to lose against Leo. Ha!
I'm really sorry.
I'm dying. I'm dying. I can do anything. I'm dying.
It's just one of the names in the race that we mentioned so far. It was almost a reflex.
I can just imagine Gash like, ha!
Oh man, that would be funny if Gacho was here commenting.
Oh my
man.
god. Oh my god.
That was quite the sprint, though. Really late, but good. launch from
You know that
Miko.
Gacho is losing his riders, right?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that. That's quite fun.
Yeah, he's losing them. I don't know. It's
Don't
quite
think he's
close.
aware.
No, he won't lose them for.
Oh,
Oh,
that
holy
was
shit!
close.
It was very close.
That was
Holy
so
shit!
close, man. But that was
Oh,
quite the
damn.
sprint. Leo went early. It seemed like he had it controlled out of nowhere. Miko, and then Naughty's that almost solid at the finish line.
Yeah, he did a great sprint.
That was
It was
fantastic.
bad placed, but the problem is the sprint was climbing, so everyone just how can we say just missed time for the sprint.
Indeed, but his late positioning, his sort of middle ground positioning there, ended up giving him
Yeah, if
sorry
he had,
some good slipstream.
Yeah, I think if he had a better positioning, though,
Yeah.
he would have won.
Yeah,
at
he would
this
need
point.
like a few more centimeters would have done him.
Yeah,
good.
it was a bit
To me, this
a
is
bit more in the first positions.
this
he would have
brings
won.
flashes of Doom RD last night to me. I was racing against Leo as well, and there was a Chris Froome sprint versus his puncher and his mountain rider, I think it was. And I launched ahead like Leo did here. It was a climb, I recall correctly, actually. And I was pretty much ahead until the finish line when Leo actually passed me with his puncher. So it was a very close sprint, this one as well. But in this case, Leo was in the front and he managed to keep his position.
Lol, that was close.
That was really close. So was my sprint against Leo. He had the puncher, so that was an advantage. But like Nautis, I would have needed half an inch only to win. So that was really, really close. And we go to stage 18, Barcelonnette Briançon. And as we wait for Barcelonnette Briançon, if we could take just a quick look here. I think I didn't see how the points jersey. Did you see? Because Bonifacio.
No, 300, okay, it's basically closed. Bonifacio has it.
Yeah, I was gonna say with that win, he probably closed it. So another
It's
jersey
closed because
decided.
you have just one sprint stages. One
So,
sprint stage.
Left on the table is KOM at this point.
Yeah, the only fight we will see is KOM. That's
Alright.
sad, but that's
Sad
it.
but true, like the Metallica song.
Yeah.
So as you go to Barcelona at Briançon, looks like a fun but long mountain stage. There's a downhill and a flat there, like a big valley in the middle of the first two climbs. Let's see if someone tries to take advantage of that to attack the first clan.
Mm. I think the only thing those kilometers will be useful too will be just consuming green bar.
I was gonna say smoking time, maybe.
Yeah, because I think I will go to smoke during that plot.
Yes, same. So Mea with his silence will suffer us.
And Mash will just show up to comment
Mea should
himself.
just show the Miko Cam. Miko Cam is a winner.
So Mikokam will be voting.
Yeah, but that's pretty much like what we have so far. Oh well, he should show the KOM. They're probably gonna be a fight for that. That's the
I
only
won't,
thing.
he won't do that.
Well-
You know what I thought? You know what? Like I was thinking that, for example, in basically in World Cup, you should put tour competition instead of using self-made tours. You should just take races, already existing tours, and using it.
as
Like
long as
Tour
it's
of
not-
Qatar. Tour of
as long-
Qatar, you
as
put
long
it
as it's
as
not
first round.
Wait. As long as it's not this season's tours, because
No,
there's some of them that are
I'm talking like imagine if
pre-existing routes.
this circumstance happens. No, like you put Tour of Qatar and you put it like
But you mean this
Tour
season?
semifinal, Tour of
But-
Qatar.
All right, but when you talk about putting parkours that exist, do you mean this seasons or races that already happened in the past?
I won't. No, it's just an hypothesis. I'm
okay,
doing
okay.
because I think I mean, for I would like an idea of this. For example, putting a Grand Tour as a final for the tour for the Tour World Cup, but I know that basically will be too much time required. So it's
Actually, yeah, I would actually like to see some more climbing in the World Championships. To be honest,
yeah. I think though.
I don't think
It
we've
will
seen
be-
enough of that. And let's face it, for the World Championships, where there's a lot of level, and climbing is probably one of the most, or if not the most skilled ground where you can make separations between skilled and less skilled players. I'd like to see a bit more climbing.
That will be good. That will be surely quite testing. Also, if you could possibly do a World Cup Tour final on a 21 stages tour, basically a whole week playing every
Massive,
night.
though. Don't you think that would be overdoing it?
Yeah, that will be clearly overdoing it because that will
Yeah.
be so much.
That
Because
would be a
I'm
very long
obviously
final.
yeah, but it will be surely quite something, quite an event, and
Wait,
quite fun.
what's happening here? Is it like an attack or a
Well,
gap? I see
group
Nico
split,
behind.
group
Yeah, I think it's
split.
an actual split, not an attack.
No, it just split because
And Josh is gonna take advantage of it. Let's see if he can get a
he's
gap.
he's trying, but he's dropping.
It's just not big enough, and Leo is there as well, so he's gonna help Nico. This is unfair.
Also, Miko just decided to drop riders, even if he was ahead
Wow.
before the first split, so he just could have attacked, but he's playing for third place, and
Well,
well, he's working with Gabi now.
surely there must be a way to penalize him.
Stop dreaming.
Oh man. I mean, this is the most boring playing from him I've ever seen, and his playing is already bad. This is just the other polar opposite bad. Okay, so Miko and Leo working on A1, which is you're not seeing wrong. If you just tune in or you will tune in for posterity one day, you are not wrong. This is A1, and
Now Miko has attacked
Well, actually,
with
he
Benamuda
attacked.
to bridge.
yeah, but I don't think he has a future there. It's gonna be a close.
Gabi is
he's
going
actually-
to close on them.
Yeah, he's gonna close, and he's actually gonna help Leo close
Yeah.
it quicker,
In fact, that happens.
which happens right about now. There we go. I mean, you attack with I don't know 8-man train and 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 7 or 6. If you attack with a 6, 7-man train with such a short gap that you want head, you're just gonna help the leader close it. That's not even common sense. That should having a brain cell should tell him that.
Yeah, it was quite a good start for the stage, but since
But then
now
the
I think the
Miko
stage will
camp,
be
that
much worse.
Yeah, then the Miko cam showed us Miko doing Miko things. So at least it was worth it for that in investing in the Miko cam for this evening. I'll definitely
It's
continue
telling
this
us
experience
there
in the
is
future.
just staying behind.
Wait, sorry. What?
No,
Did you say?
Mikokam is just telling us he's behind chilling.
Yes, now he is chilling. After screwing up E1 for no bizarre reason, no bizarre good
The
reason.
courageous rider is looking to break away.
And now
And now,
Nautilus
now this good is attacking and Ibra is attacking too.
and Leo sending 4 guys. And Miko. But
Everyone is closing now,
But-
while we are 5 kilometers away from the KOM of Col de l'Arche.
Several
yeah,
riders are
and
hit.
there's 2 players that we know wanna fight for that guaranteed, which are Naughty's Good and Ben Young. And yet it is Gacho taking the front with 4 kilometers to go. Ben O'Connor is leading the pack, and he's with 3.8 to go. Let's see who's gonna fight with him. We expect those 2 that I mentioned to do it. I see someone forcing the head of the trying to force himself into the front of the race. It looked like Miko. Here we have some helpers in the back. O'Connor still preparing the way for the other. What the hell?
Gacho is retiring.
Ah, okay.
Or he,
No,
or
I
he
think
just
he,
no, he bagged.
I think he bugged. Yeah, I think he did a change. Maybe tried to do some train changer and it bugged. Wow. He almost got left behind over it. KOM time. It is Naughty's Good and it is Ben Young. No shock there. Trying to see if Yates is the one leading the charge. He should be. We have seen different this night with Naughty's Good. Forgot to put Pogacar in the front. It is not. Where's Yates? He's got the. Oh, yeah.
Gates
That's.
is there.
I have no idea what he's doing. Yates didn't even score points. I think.
Okay, Ben Jong attacked, and I think he will be the only one doing it for
That
now.
was just a messy approach to KLM for him. He could have scored points with Yates there. Isn't Yates the one fighting for him? It is.
This downhill will allow the riders to
Yeah, I
recover
Okay.
mean,
their earlier efforts.
useless for Miko to work so hard.
But again, Miko cam shows Miko doing Miko things. I don't know what's his point with his rush to catch Ben Young that has nothing to threaten him.
Yeah, it's so strange because doesn't need to do it. Absolutely doesn't need to do it. Ben Jong is 18 minutes behind.
That's just well. At least Miko's doing Miko things now. At least he was doing nothing earlier, which wasn't better, to be honest. I think Miko just manages to go from one polar opposite to the other. And we have
Yeah,
55 seconds.
Yeah, in fact, Ben Jong asked him, "I'd like to know why you are relaying so hard."
Which is the exact same question I was doing.
Yeah, bro, but I think it's difficult to find
No,
a
I think
reason.
that Zebra. I
It's
think that Zebra
impossible.
taking advantage there of a gap. I don't know if he's gonna keep going, but
Yeah, I mean, now, now it seems like he stopped, which is the first good thing he did. But then he put
he's
Severance
still in the
working,
front.
so
He still has Surns in the front. It's very confusing why he's even the one carrying.
it's working for Leo. Basically, trying. I think Miko now is trying to seal completely every GC, every general classification.
I
And
call team play.
yeah, this is basically team play.
I call it team play. I have no other name for this.
Kiko is the
Not
guy.
from Leo, but from actually Miko.
Yeah. I I don't have an explanation on that.
This
I
is really
I
weird.
swear.
If you just tuned in, or if you want to
I'll
tune
just
in, then you
go.
have to. Sorry,
I'll just go smoking for a
Yeah,
moment.
I will go too, but before I go, I will say this. If you're watching this video because you're a jury that has to decide on an IMA level after Miko is sued, uh, this video is sponsored by the Ban Miko movement. Let's ban Miko from PCN. Thank you.
Now
Be
he's
right back.
good attacking while
I'll be right back.
spam moment. I was expecting that a bit sooner, but it arrived.
That's really a punchy attack. chance alone? He's going to take them on by himself.
I'm back.
He's off on his own. The team's
So,
posted
165 kilometers left. And we have finally a break, an established break. Obviously, Benjong and Nauti are on the attack. Uh, yeah, Leo is trying to at least put some riders in the break, but he's far, so I think he just, yeah, he's stopping to work. I think he's um, renouncing to the purpose. No, he is now trying to have to attack again. Ibra is following if is following him very close, and Daniel Miko is following too close on this escape. I think they will stop now. I don't know. It's quite strange. Okay, they stopped. Leo, though, still pacing. I think Leo now is going for the KOM classification. It's possible too, because I don't see the motivation for him to work like that. Keeping the break at 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute and 45 seconds. Strange behavior. I can explain it only thinking that he wants to win the KOM classification too. Only explanation I can give. Well, it seems like it will be still long until we start the second climb of the day. It's 30 kilometers from the start of the second climb, which is called du Saint-Père. Our category climb.
Look out! He's breaking away.
Rio attacked again with the sprinter. I don't know if he wants to take points. I mean, it's quite a strange choice because I don't think the sprinter can pass by any chance the Col du Saint-Père. Well, for sure, this attack
He broke through the back like a
will be
greyhound.
useful to have riders ahead. I think he will try to put the most main ahead. I don't want to say bullshit, but I think he can try to attack Hulls on some pair. Because there is not much flat after Col Daniel, even if Col Daniel is very hard, so you need obviously to have the most riders ahead trying to have, try to have the fresher men ahead also, the fresher as possible. Yeah, so surely he's trying to do something like that because he wants to win the stage and seal the GC. Surely he's spending much energy in this false flat leading to the second climb, but obviously he's putting his flat guys to work, and flat guys basically end their stage when some pairs start. So it's quite normal to see them working now. In the meantime, Miko has sent riders on the attack too. He's following Leo 1 minute behind. Like Leo is 52 seconds behind Naughty Good and Benjong. And the group is following lead by Ibra, led by Ibra, who has a small gap. He had a small gap advantage. I think he's a bit raising the pace behind. Gasho was helping Gabi to having yeah, Gasho was helping Gabi to join faster the group ahead. I guess that's a bit same play. Ah, he said that he will help Leo. Okay, so it's basically
We're already at the halfway stage.
And it seems that I have returned at the perfect timing.
yeah, but basically we have this situation. Now this Guten Benjong finally went. And Leo has put riders in the break because I think he's trying to put the most helpers as he can
To
after
attack again.
TK. Yeah, and Gacho was helping him to join the break. And that was what happened, basically, on these 100 kilometers of flat racing.
So I see Ben Young complaining about Gacho helping.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, EMEA is saying that's tactic, but
I
I
don't
don't know
really.
what kind of tactic that may
I
be, to be
don't
honest.
see a major tactic there because if he was spending men to attack or something like that, I guess I would understand that. But I don't know. Yeah, you can always say once the stage or whatever shitty excuse you can find. I've seen worse.
Yeah, I think Leo will attack on this climb. Maybe it's just a bad idea, but I think he wants
You
to
think
attack
so?
this climb. Yeah, because he sends riders ahead, and I mean this climb is so hard that if you have riders,
Yeah, can you show the other two?
A team leader is far
yeah,
behind.
Agnel, Col Agnel is very hard. Let's start from this. In the meantime, Gajo has been
Gacho
dropped.
dropped. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this one. Yeah,
Colagnel is
this.
surely the hardest, but I mean, the key point for this stage can be the false flat between the end of downhill from Col de Saint Père
Well,
and the start of the offshore climb to
the issue here, and there goes Ben O'Connor with Champusson.
Yeah.
The issue here is that the front riders in E1 are down to only 3 riders with all of this climb to go and 2 more. So maybe it's not looking that bad if the peloton wants to move a little bit with the race.
Yeah. In the meantime, Leo has dropped his riders. No, he's just waiting for. No,
He's just timing it. He did drop
Yeah, I think
Bonifacio.
he's definitely thinking about attacking on this climb.
Miko to the front with Benamuda. Let's see
Yeah,
if he's gonna make a move or
He's
just
just
positioning.
facing.
Just
He's just
facing?
The
facing.
riders are going through a very tough portion with
Yeah,
Yeah.
because his action is useless.
This is a
You
weird
don't have a
race
benefit.
so far.
Also, Gacho attacked with his leader and he left Parepentre and Confroy behind.
I think he was trying to move them now, but it's too late for that.
No, he's putting them ahead and relaying. I don't know.
This is my I have no idea what I'm watching here.
Yeah, neither do I. That's so
Okay.
strange.
Again-
I can't even come up with an idea of what I'm seeing because it's just so strange.
It's weird. In Gacho's case, I can always call it being a noob. So
Yeah, and Gacho is basically a big noob.
meanwhile, I was gonna say Nautis was down to 2 riders only, which is terrible at this point.
Yeah, but this climb is so hard that almost everyone will be down to less riders, to
Yeah.
3 or 4 riders.
Yeah, true. But for those that tried to place them in the front, like Leo, I don't know if he still has someone in the front or not. That could pay off. Let's see. Ben Young down to 2 as well. My big doubt is for how long these guys can keep their helper following this climb because they've been pushing hard. And let's see if they actually fight for this KOM.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see because
Because these are the KOMs worth fighting for at this point.
yeah.
O'Connor already
yeah,
reaching E1,
yeah,
going as fast as he can. But he's alone.
yeah. He has.
Yeah, Leo still has helpers ahead, so 2 of them, so he's good.
Yeah, he's trying to save another man, Rodriguez.
Bonifacio already ended the day, so he's trying to save Rodriguez. He's pacing right now with his leader, trying to protect his helper. He's going at a steady, slow pace. And then meanwhile, we have Yates trying to take the lead to have a good positioning for the KOM. O'Connor right behind him, and now Good is also trying to preserve Almeida.
Leo attacked.
Yeah, and Leo moving, going for it. Miko right on his back, but I don't think he's going to follow that move, or is he? He is.
Yeah, he's trying to follow.
And the Ibra as well, so everyone moving for it because the other 2 are already up in the road.
Yeah, as I said, everyone will have at maximum 3 riders.
Well, Gacho is going to have 1, and
Yeah, Gacho is gonna
that's
have
it.
one.
Ben Young, and Nautis loses Almeida. Pogacar launches himself for the KOM, but it's going to be Yates.
Yeah.
Yates
points
first,
gained.
Pogacar second, and the third was whoever is helping Yates. And meanwhile, Leo's attack is not successful because Miko and Ibra caught up to him quickly. Latour, meanwhile, is going on the downhill, leading the pack. And let's see, Leo has the 2 helpers are back, yeah. So he
Yeah.
still has like 3 or 4 men in there.
Peck is very reduced for being at 100 kilometers from the finish.
Gacho got somewhere lost in translation with O'Connor. I'm shocked. Yeah, he's about to arrive, but this shows how much he spent to catch them on that climb that was extremely hard, as we mentioned. So he had to pace himself to catch them in the downhill. That doesn't bode well for him, especially because he's been down to 1 man far earlier because of his move.
Yeah. And now Ben Jong could use the advantage because, in this part, having more riders will be more effective. I mean, we talked about having a man more in that situation for now is good, but now you have false flat, and in false flat, having one
That-
rider more is very useful to attack.
That's where it definitely makes a huge difference in a situation like this.
Yeah.
And Leo, on the other hand, there's like three of them. I think the Miko jersey is so annoying. There's so many jerseys that I think it's three in
It's two
total.
riders.
Two plus
Ibra
later.
has two. No,
Two.
Ibra has three.
And
I
Leo
think
has
someone is
three.
coming back for Miko. Someone is coming back for Miko.
Miko
in
has
A1.
one or two. Miko has here one. Gacho as well, trying to put out. I think it was
Yeah, Miko's
Fernando
gonna
down.
have Miko's gonna have three, but Leo is gonna have four.
Four.
And
Yeah.
Benjong attacked. Benjong attacked. Now he's cooking. He's
That was
cooking
not-
lots of honor.
That was not the best move to do right now, but there's also a sprint at 5.8 to go, and that might be their mistake. Might be to try and fight for this sprint. Let's see.
Oh, I think he did good because he has one rider more, so he has to drop them.
Yeah, but he didn't. He didn't really push towards it, so it seemed like he just wasted a little bit of energy there.
Yeah, because it's just. I mean, I think because O'Connor just okay. Leo attacked, obviously trying to
Leo
use
capitalizing on his
their
foreman.
man
Yeah.
more.
See,
And he's going. He's going.
this was he was very decided here. There was no hesitation. He actually pushed on it, and he has the man advantage. So this is a good move from him.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go.
He's got
He
to reach
will,
that very
I think
soon.
he will win the stage with advantage.
It is looking like that because that fourth man is going to be instrumental in closing that gap, and then he's going to have three for the next climb.
Yeah. And even if he stays, he ends next climb with two. Two riders. will
He's still
be
going to have more than
will suffice.
everyone else. Because Ben Young is going to lose his helper in this climb. That's guaranteed. Leo's going to have. I'm going to predict at least two after this, unless there is a lot of movement. And now it's Ibra. Ibra going for it.
Ibra is trying to relay back on Leo, coming back on Leo,
Yeah.
and Miko seems very
Lost right now.
yeah. That's the term. That's the term.
Because Ibra still took advantage of the ending of this false flat section to get to you, and it seems like he's about to close it. And Miko got definitely lost there alone. That's a terrible place to be when everyone is up the front.
Yes, but I think he's counting on O'Connor to drop to defend this third place.
The thing is, he will lose the fight for second though.
Yeah, he's not interested.
Yeah, as we talked about, which is annoying for us as commentators. Sorry, that want to see action, but for him, it seems that only turn matters, and O'Connor will indeed drop, as we've seen his waste of energy throughout the whole race. So, as commentators that want to see some action, obviously it is annoying, but Miko playing for a third place and insisting in doing so.
Yeah. I mean,
And,
just
And meanwhile, Leo is now just cruising while taking advantage of the fact that Ibra arriving wants to put an actual bigger gap on Miko. Miko's not far though.
oh, he's trying to go as regular as he can.
Nothing lost for Miko so far. Let's see if someone pushes here though. Could be the deciding factor, but they're closing. He's closing in, and here he comes, and no one's gonna move. Again, a lot of indecision here. And there
And
goes
Leo is
Leo.
going again.
And there, Ben Young is gonna respond, and this is the worst thing that could have happened to Daniel as he was about to close that gap. Ibra going, O'Connor trying to follow Nautis, and Gacho are down to one man. Daniel Miko is about to close. Let's see at the expense of how much energy. Meanwhile, Leo is just cruising at the front, and Ibra is making yet another move to try and reach Leo.
Yeah, but he's
but
consuming.
He's consuming. I was gonna say he's consuming a lot of energy to just catch him.
Yeah,
He's
but
gonna
he
lose
has
that
to.
helper.
He has to.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfectly understandable. Let's see someone here moves. So Ibra gets there. Now let's see if
Yeah,
Miko-
now it's only climbing, so the difference is the difference is basically not so much. Ibra is going to
Ibra runs
attack.
with it.
Yeah,
Ibra
Ibra is
runs with
trying.
it. He attacks Leo as well. He's trying. He's trying his best. He's going with Adria and a helper. Leo still has the man advantage, and he's just keeping his steady pace to catch him. Naughty's good, Gacho, and I think Ben Young even are down to one man, so they're in trouble compared to Miko, for example. Leo down to two, but he just lost his third man, so he's in a good place to catch Ibra right now. And Ben Young still has Hamilton, actually.
This
Yep.
climb is
It's just he's
fierce,
going to
but
lose him
anyway,
before Miko, that's for
percentages
sure.
are very high.
Pogacar and O'Connor have nothing left in their arsenal but to try and follow these guys. That's pretty interesting and all, but we want to actually see the race, not the comments. And there goes Leo again.
Ibra is alone.
Oh, and there goes O'Connor again, wasting so much energy to reach that group.
O'Connor will die before Colonial
Yeah,
ends.
he'll be the first one to go. Ben Young finally loses the helper. Daniel Miko at his very steady pace, keeping his helper to help him close this gap. He might. And as I speak, I think he died. And Ibra trying to catch La Tour is going at a hard pace now.
He got a gap. He got a gap.
He's definitely going hard now, trying to drop Adria. The helper is gone, and now, let's see if Ibra avoided the block there. That wouldn't be a voluntary one, obviously. That's gonna be hard for Ibra to stay with Leo. Leo had the opportunity to manage his energy with the extra manpower, and yeah, he's not gonna. Don't think he's gonna let Ibra close on him. And this is where Leo will excel.
Leo goes away.
Yeah, this is where he will excel, the energy management and mountain terrain, where those gaps from the skilled players to the most to the less experienced can easily be made. Now at Miko, Ben Young, Pogacar actually died before
Watch out,
O'Connor.
team leader is falling behind.
That was shocking.
Yeah, he already has 1 minute.
That was quite shocking. Yeah, Leo
Seems
just
Slice's
completely
decision
stealing
for
it,
the
going
start
away
is
with
to
it.
create some gaps.
Massive attack from Leo. Very well executed, and there is no possible response from Ibra. Meanwhile, Ben Amuda from Miko is easily closed in on O'Connor and is going to target Ibra. So no one took the opportunity when Miko dropped to try and further that gap, and so he's going to close on all of them except Leo.
You know, Leo is trying also to win
The KOM?
KOM classification.
Yeah, I think so. And is Ben Amuda passing in second place, and Adria passes third. Further behind is
Well, Pogacar very behind.
Pogacar was the first to explode,
Yeah,
so not boding well for him.
and still one climb, still one climb left.
Yes, the inexperience of Naut is
So now is the
proving itself a
decision.
handicap
It's less
right now.
physically exhausting
And
than climbing, but
Gacho
it's more
further behind
stressful
isn't
since
going to
the riders must
catch
choose their
Miko and
trajectory
Ibra
well
either.
and maintain a good position on the bike.
Because even if he kills himself to catch them on this climb, they'll just breeze past him when the actual climb toughens up.
Considering that Latour will take another 20 points on the final
Starting
climb.
to look very one-sided even in KOM. It might become Leo's as well, right? I don't know what was his gap to Pogacar or Hershey or whoever was leading Hershey.
Here she's gone.
No, yeah, I don't know what was his gap to Pogacar. In this case, Hershey that's gone, but Pogacar as well. And Yates, I don't know what was his
Yeah,
gap to
I
them.
think here she's not to be considered because.
Oh yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's long gone.
Yeah.
So Latour has 1.5 minutes on the chasing group. That is Miko with Banamuda and Ibra with Rojava. So that seems to be all she wrote for the stage. Pogacar is facing hell right now, wishing that the stage was already over. We've all been there at one point or another.
Yeah. Well, stage now will be a bit boring because everything is almost decided.
It's pretty much sealed for Leo. We just want to see who wins the fight between Ibra and Miko. It's looking good for Miko that had his steady his own pace and then in a steady way for Lager with the helper. And Ibra had to consume energy to catch up to Leo and couldn't even obviously stay in his wheel
Yeah.
due to how much he had to consume versus all the help that Leo had, plus his own managing that was better. So, oh Yates
Yeah,
and
now they should just try to save the podium. I mean, it's closed for the podium, but if they gain still more time on Gacho, it's better.
yeah, let's see if I was wondering if Gacho and Yates was relay here, Benyang and Gacho, and I think they were taking turns actually.
They're just trying to arrive to the finish the faster as possible.
And
That makes sense.
That's probably
That makes
actually very
sense.
accurate. That's actually very accurate, probably. Never wiser words were spoken in this story. So Leo continues to open that gap as far as he can. It's still 2 minutes now, and Gacho and Ben Young are gaining even more time on Pogachar. That is clearly the unfortunate the guy that got the shortest straw on this stage. 2 minutes and 10. Now I
They
guess
just stopped. It will take like 5 minutes.
now if Fever still has some decent energy left, the only thing he needs to do here is stay in Miko's wheel because he spent more than Miko. He should try and recover a bit and not waste more.
Yeah, because actually it's advantage situation. So it's Miko that should try to do something, but
Yeah,
I don't know if he will try to do something.
I think he will, at least if he's been paying attention to the race, because he's in a prime position to attack him here. It's the last climb.
Yeah.
Surely he must have more energy.
He actually could, but let's see. I mean, I don't expect anything by him.
Maybe he's, like you said, he's so focused on third place that he'll only look at the gap for those behind.
Yeah, which could be the case because he's just
Yeah.
he's just trying to keep them
He's
the
chasing
further.
third places now.
Yeah. And
Uh,
Leo has 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes, which is
Yeah, Leo
game
saw the
over.
stage win. As soon as he
Game over.
attacked, we saw as much, and now he's just confirming it.
Yeah.
That might be KOM leader jersey for him, not sure.
Not yet.
Not yet, but
Because
very
he
close.
can
Yeah.
go to 99 points.
The riders are going through
It's
a
just
period
another fight where he gets involved as well, and in the
Yeah,
next
it will
stages.
be. I think he will just win it in 20th stage.
So Leo demolishing the opposition here, pretty much like Gabi would do himself if he was there. So no difference there.
Well, the level is basically the same. So
Yeah, they're both awesome players, both very good at managing energy, both very skilled players. So yeah, I think it would be pretty much the same, whichever was playing. Yeah. And Ibra seems to have been trying to keep Miko's wheel. That's a good tactic. Let's see if he still has something to give or not. 5 kilometers to go. The gap has stabilized for A2, but I think Miko's putting some pace now because it's starting to grow again. And what was 1.5 minutes is almost at 2 now. So Benham without increasing pace a little bit. And 3.5 minutes. How much more can Leo get here? Can he get 4 minutes before this climb is over? No, maybe 3:45.
I think he will gain 4 minutes, but he doesn't need to gain 4 minutes.
Yeah, he doesn't really need it. That's the whole thing. He can only he just needs to go at his own steady, calm pace right now. Conserve the advantage he has. Maybe even a little bit less if he wants to. It's just his stage to put to do and undo as he wants to.
Gajo is just complaining again.
As usual.
Yeah. Well, 3 minutes and 29 seconds at the moment.
And another KOM for Pierre Latour.
He has
Wow.
now at the moment 6
6:43,
minutes and 43
Jesus.
seconds.
Oh, Ibra actually attacking Miko.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying. I don't
He's
know.
not gonna succeed, but it's actually a good attempt. Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
I
little
want.
bit too little, too late. But let's see if he can conserve that gap. Actually.
Well, 20 seconds.
Oh,
would
he
be
actually
good.
opened that gap, and O'Connor attacking Yates.
Yeah, everyone is going on
Everyone
his
going
own.
bananas at this point of the stage, which is understandable. Everyone is dying at their own pace, so to speak. If that makes
The
sense.
riders must be careful. This downhill is known to be very
And
dangerous.
it is a really short difference between them, but there might be enough downhill if Fever can keep that pace. Let's see. Since there's a little bit of climbing there at the end, it might be a doomed attempt. Let's see. This might be the most interesting part of the stage right now. Meanwhile, Leo is cruising for another stage win.
Yeah, he will take KOM points at the finish.
Yeah, he's just demolishing everyone in this lobby. Ibra, surprising the expectations and actually attacking Miko. That probably got a bit too confident in his skills to continue in ahead of Ibra or with him, and got surprised by his attack. I don't know if he didn't have enough energy. He should have in theory. But the fact is, Ibra got the gap, is trying to conserve it, and still has a little bit of downhill too.
Yeah, but downhill now because becomes much easier, and I think disadvantage won't last on the final climb. I think they will just stand
Finish line
Yeah,
is
I'll
together.
send him.
The
Yeah.
riders just passed the 5 kilometers road sign.
Yeah, and Leo stabilizes at around 3:15, give or take. And
Yeah, probably.
3.3 to go. We just need to see the
But to be
celebration if
honest,
he remembers doing it.
now the advantage from
Oh,
Ibra
Ibra is gaining
mounting.
advantage. Yeah, we're just waiting to see Leo finish his stage, and there we go.
Such percentages that the strongest can
1.4 to
create
go.
some gaps.
He's going to increase the.
That's the view our RTV Regis is showing us. Well, Latour is dead, almost dead.
Yeah, but 700 meters to go, 3 minutes. That was perfectly well played for
Yeah.
him.
And that's another
That's the stage
victory.
doesn't
Here.
celebrate.
And it's a superb
Wow,
He
not
wants
even with
to
3.5 minutes.
as much advantage as he can.
And wait, Ibra, go back to. Okay, there we go. This is the fight we want to see. 26 seconds.
Oh. Well, Ibra has almost
Ibra is
sealed.
gonna gain time on Miko unless something really weird happens. He's already sprinting. Let's see if he has the energy to sustain. He does. He crosses the line. He might gain a few seconds here. So he
Sealed the second place here.
don't know if he sealed it. There's still a lot of mountain to go. He didn't gain like that big of an advantage. But the way Miko's playing, yeah, he probably did.
Yeah, that's why.
And Ben O'Connor, long after everyone else has finished the podium, arrives with 6 something, I believe. Yates shortly after, like 30 seconds to 1 minute. And Pogacar's hell is almost coming to an end. He will be 8 or 9 minutes down. 9 and something. Almost 9:30 maybe. We'll see. Dominant performance from Leo here.
Yeah, he played very good.
He played textbook, very good PCM, but the surprise was that after Ibra had pushed for a while more than Miko, he still managed to attack him at the top of that climb and actually gain some time on him. I mean, we can say, oh, maybe Miko was just playing, but I think Miko actually genuinely tried to catch him and just didn't have it in him.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
I was saying I was surprised. Well, not surprised because I've played with Ibra, and but I was surprised that Miko wasn't able to respond to Ibra. We can say, oh, he was just playing for a third, but he genuinely tried to catch him.
He pushed very hard in the first part of the climb because I think he was trying to keep people behind at a good advantage. But the fact that he pushed so much, he missed those 200 meters, 300 meters, and that
Yep.
was basically the gap.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ibra also pushed hard to try and to catch the Leo, and he eventually passed him, and then he got.
I
Well,
don't think
fairly
so. I
upset.
don't think so. Because if you wish to catch Leo, you would have started working in a different way
No,
and
Ivra actually caught to Leo at some point that he was passed by him, but he had to spend energy to catch Leo and try to stay with Leo before
Yeah.
being dropped by him, and he still had the energy to attack Miko.
Yeah, I
And
guess as I said, when they ended, I think when they ended Colagnel, they were pretty equal on energy level, but the difference was made by that
gap that
move
Miko
Miko
lost?
made. Miko worked a bit more,
Yeah,
recovered a bit less,
I agree.
and so he just
And-
lost some time.
And you could see that at the end of the stage, he was genuinely trying to catch up to Ivra, but he just didn't have it in him precisely because of that. I agree.
Yeah. Well, let's see the podium and GC. Okay, he gained 40 seconds, not
That's not
much.
bad, actually. Not much, but it's still a game.
But
And
now he has 1 minute and 2 seconds on Daniel Miko.
yeah, and Ben O'Connor is far behind Pogacar even more, and Yates doesn't even know where he's at. So
Well, Latour is back in contention for GC, for KOM GC.
24 points only.
24 points. Which is basically he needs to win 2 KOMs
Which you
or category KOMs. I think he can do it in the next
when they
stage.
fought, Joe had like 68 points, if I saw correctly, lead for the sprint release, so that's done as well. And Miko is leading the Movistar Award,
Yeah, as always.
as always, so some things do not change. Hello, also. I didn't even see you there. I don't know how long you've sent that, but Miko is a scaredy cat, you say. Tell Benyong I am in fact not proud. Not proud of what?
Where do you see Bazo?
And PCM stream chat.
Ah. Well, it's
Miko
in-
is a scaredy cat. Oh, it was 9 minutes ago. Maybe he's still here. Well, I think we've said enough about Miko. Yeah, we're seeing chat now, Basso. Thank you. Well, Grassy, as I was already, but I think you're right. Miko has been playing in a very scaredy cat way, more than we've been used to. Even it's but no, it's extremely boring. You're not proud of what did right? Sorry, I completely there was I saw something at some point that it was arguing, but I didn't see the whole thing. What did you actually catch it? If you could enlighten us, Basso.
No, I didn't.
I was seeing if Basso could tell us what he wrote.
He
because I
said,
didn't see
I just read, he was saying that Miko played like a scared cat.
Scaredy cat. No, no.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
Ben Jong said
whatever.
something.
And that Ben Jong said,
Okay.
yeah, Ben Jong, I wouldn't be proud for what Miko is doing. Yeah, that's true, that's true. I think I agree with them because
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't
because
think anyone
Miko
is.
didn't use Mamba mentality, didn't
No.
want to win. So
I think Miko came here with a loser mentality. With third is enough for tournament GC, and I'll play for third even if I die. And he was lucky that his opponents behind him were Gacho and well, that is a fucking knob, and inexperienced players like Ben Young and Nautilus.
drama. Naughty is good. Pushed the wrong button, pushed
And
the
left.
green button, and now he just left the room.
I guess Emea will have to do some Emea work if he can.
Yeah, I
Or
don't know.
if he wants to. Yeah, I can.
He should.
All right, we're gonna close this because the race is over. Leo kicked everyone's ass. Gabi would have done the same. Gacho is a noob. Miko was playing for third. Eber played very well and was second. Ben Young was fifth, and Nautis was sixth. And there it is. Join us tomorrow for the end of this amazing, fantastic, wonderful tour, and we'll find more shit to talk about Miko. And Grassi, thank you for being here. If you want to say something to the viewers.
Nah, I don't want to say nothing to them.
All right. Goodbye to all. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye, bro.